Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Caroline Pearce and today I'm your host for UK 360's very first programme of 2013. Today we're bringing you more inspiring stories from the streets, giving a voice to local people and local issues. January is always a time for resolutions and fresh starts, so what better way to kick off the year than with a motivating health special? As a former international heptathlete and bobsledder, I'll be guiding you through a range of sports and fitness activities that you can get involved in to keep active in 2013. So let's take a look at what's coming up. UK 360 reporter Jeremy Winter visits an 80-year-old runner who still competes in marathons across the world. We meet some young boxers in Stockton who are training hard and changing their lives for the better, and get to see how you can give back to your community and keep fit by becoming a sports volunteer. But first, we all know how difficult keeping fit in the winter can be. It's cold, always raining, and in these conditions, it's very tempting to just stay indoors. Trust me, heptathlon training was always more grueling in the winter. But now's the time to break the habit and get out and explore. Make a change this year and try something new. The good people at Notice have been running a creative campaign to inspire people to venture out into the open and pedal away those winter blues.
I'm a great believer that if you ride a bike, you should ride a bike year round. You know, the benefits of riding a bike don't go away in the winter. My name's Rob Penn. I'm a journalist and an author and a cyclist. Around here, the trails and the lanes will be full of cyclists in the summer and then they just disappear in the winter. I think the important thing is to get your kit right. So get your clothing right and get the bike right. You want to get a bike which is a bit hardier and puncture-resistant tyres, bright lights, mud guards, fairly simple stuff. That's your bike, and then your kit, you want to wear bright clothes, you want to wear warm clothes. It's about encouraging other people to do so by being vocal about it and by being visible. So I think the Guardian Notice page has great application for cyclists just in terms of you can post when you're going for a ride and people will see that and come and join you. So, you know, I go out for a ride on a mountain bike. It's a fantastic way to start the day. So you get a massive lungful of clean, fresh air. I get to exercise the dog, which makes him happy. And then I get up on top of the hill. You know, you get to see a beautiful landscape in its autumn grandeur. So the changing colours, the leaves coming off the trees. It's incredibly beautiful. So I'm very excited by the campaign. #KeepCycling. If enough people get behind it, it'll make a huge difference this winter and we'll be a fitter, stronger and happier nation come next spring.
The Cycle Hub is a social enterprise. We opened in May and it's owned by the people who own Saddle Skedaddle, and they decided that Newcastle needed a one-stop place for everybody to come and find out about cycling related events. So in Newcastle we do see a sudden shift. Once the clocks go back and the nights start getting a little bit darker, people seem to put their bikes away. It's just as much fun to cycle in the winter as it is in the summer. I think winter's the best time. I think it's the time that you feel most alive when you're out on your bike, when you can feel the cold air on your cheeks. And if more people can get doing that, they'll realise that it's fun and it's just as much fun as it is in the summer.
My name's Sam and I run the workshop here at Look Mum No Hands. We tend to be busier in the summer than we are in the winter. I think it's the darkness in London that puts people off more than the coldness or the wetness. Even a cold, wet commute by bicycle is better than a miserable journey on a bus. Cycling is the best way of getting around London. Keep Cycling is a great campaign. It's a great message. You know, if I can do it, you can do it. Together we can inspire the UK to keep cycling.
Join the number of people nationwide that are getting on their bikes and starting to cycle. It's a great way of staying healthy, having fun and exploring the great outdoors. Visit keepcycling.notice.com to find out all the details and #KeepCycling to keep up to date with the project and join the conversation. Next, our very own Jeremy Winter pays a visit to Derek Porter, an 80-year-old man with a passion for running. He has competed around the globe in running competitions and marathons and has an impressive collection of awards. A lifetime of athletic training has taught me a lot about what you need to keep up a high level of fitness, and one key aspect of keeping fit is stamina, and this next film has it in abundance. Let's take a look.
We're about to meet a man who I think will inspire us all in some way. This is the story of Derek Porter, the 80-year-old runner. Hi Derek, Jeremy.
Pleased to see
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Right then.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Thank you for having me round.
I'm glad you brought some dry weather with you.
I've come to meet Derek and his running partner, David. Jeremy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. And Derek's our inspiration at the club. He's trained so many people down there as well. All the young ladies, they all love him.
I bet he does. How long's the run, an average run for you?
Well, I was putting in between 75 and 80 miles a week of training.
Jeez, blimey, that's incredible. That is amazing, isn't it?
And I did that for a number of years. I did New York Marathon. I did the Oregon
Did
Marathon.
you say New York Marathon?
New York Marathon.
So you're not just running down your local park, you've been doing it all over the
Yeah.
place. So Derek, can you just show me around some of your medals? Because you've got a lot here on display. How many would you say you've got
I
here?
have done just over 630 races, and there's approximately 600 medals here, plus you get cups on the end of the runs as well. There's quite a few there. We ran a 10k in Barbados.
Wow, Barbados! Where haven't you run, Derek? I'm trying to figure this out.
Let's see. It was funny in Barbados because I was going to do the marathon there, and I had entered for the marathon. But when I found out the heat out there, I found out that they were doing a 10k. So I changed my entry.
Rightly so, I think.
Fortunately, the people that I have encouraged marathon running, they've all completed it. None, I haven't had any
No
dropouts.
failures.
No failures or dropouts.
Good success rate.
Yes.
Derek first fell in love with running at the age of 11. Now a grandfather, Derek goes running almost every day.
It's strange at times when I've done other runs and such, like you're running along and perhaps you're doing a half marathon and you've got to the 10-mile mark and you've got other people in front of you and you think to yourself, I'm going to take 6 of those in the next mile. And then the following mile there might be a few more and I'm going to take those as well. So it's a little bit of competition, not so much from the time point of view, but competing against your fellow person.
I'm Jeremy Winter reporting for UK 360.
Thanks, Jeremy. Achieving 75 to 80 miles a week is impressive by anyone's standards. It's great to see people of all ages getting involved with the sports they love. I hope I'll still be as fit as him when I'm 80. Remember, UK 360 is an opportunity to share what's going on in your community. So drop us an email if you have a film about an issue in your local area. Email us at uk360@communitychannel.org and we'll be sure to get back to you. Well, that's it for part 1 of UK 360. Join us after the break for more sporty suggestions to help you get 2013 off to a fresh and active start. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to part 2 of UK 360, the programme that gives a voice to communities across the UK. Now we hope you all enjoyed a warm and happy festive period. Over Christmas, UK 360 aired 2 holiday specials hosted by Countdown's Rachel Riley. If you missed them or want to catch up on any of our previous shows, you can watch them all in full online at www.communitychannel.org/UK360. Speaking of previous shows, the UK 360 End of Year Special centred on the finalists of various National Lottery awards and showcased some of the fantastic projects helping to inspire communities and bring people together. Today we revisit the sports category and the winner that transformed a rundown campsite into a world-class facility on the banks of the River Thames.
Longridge is an activity centre for young people. We provide a range of water and land activities for young people of all ages and all abilities.
Not only can you go on the water and do stuff, but you can also do different things on the water. So you can go kayaking, swimming, you can go different boats.
The leap of faith and the big swing, and they've got rock climbing. It's just such a different range of activities which you can't usually get at other places.
I get healthier and it makes me strong, and I can do all sorts of stuff.
It's the noise and colour of the myriad of different types of people that use this centre. There is no typical person. So we've got people from every age, every background, every culture, all coming together to enjoy an experience. And that in itself is quite a learning curve for young people.
You get to make lots of new friends and you get to help each other doing a lot of teamwork. So say if you're doing raft building, it's using teamwork and the coaches help you if you get stuck.
We've got a beautiful setting here that everybody should be allowed to enjoy, and with help from people like the National Lottery, we've invested on improving facilities, putting in new activities, making everything fully inclusive, so that now we're seeing about 90,000 young people visitors every year.
I just like the freedom of it. It's not as if you have a certain pattern to follow. So if you do this activity, you have to do that one. You can choose where you want to go.
I came here first when I was 9, and I did a summer course here. Ever since then, really, I've just been coming here. It's just so good.
What we have here is open to everybody. There is no reason why anybody can't use this, anybody can be here, and everybody could benefit.
What an amazing place that is. Not only did 85,000 young people make use of the facilities, last year Team GB's kayaking teams and the Women's Olympic rowing team also trained there. Keep up the good work, guys. Another successful sport for Team GB at the 2012 Olympics was boxing. London 2012 was the first Olympic Games to accept women's boxing as a sport, and GB's Nicola Adams proved it was the right decision after she took home gold. Imran Naeem is helping to continue this success in Stockton, using an ethos of respect, discipline, support and friendship to educate young people in the local area.
That ain't a sprint. That's a leisurely jog. Yeah? Get your backsides into gear.
The guys here, they work really hard. They work as though they are professional boxers. You know, they train 3, 4, 5 times a week. On top of that, they have their running. On top of that, their dietary requirements. So they are like professional athletes. But they're not in it for the money, they're in it for the love of the sport.
Come on, come on.
It's fantastic. You'll see everyone here, and everyone is always welcome. You only ever a stranger once here.
Everyone that comes in has got one goal, whether it be getting fit, whether it be competing, it's all based on one activity, and that is boxing. The boxing is the common factor that everyone's got in common. Everything else almost goes out of the window. It doesn't matter how old you are, how long you've been coming, what your ability is, how fit you are.
We have an understanding. We have a trust amongst ourselves. There's no backbiting. There's a lot of respect, a lot of love for each other, a lot of trust.
You still, yeah? Yeah? You okay? Right.
Some people feel intimidated by it, like many girls, but like when you come in, you don't get treated no differently. Everyone treats you the same. Like
we all get treated as one. Yeah. We don't get treated any different.
You're an equal. Like they don't look down on you and think you can't be as good as them just because you're a girl.
I say to those people who think that boxing is a violent sport, it's chess. It's a physical game of chess. You outmaneuver your opponent, you outthink your opponent, you outpunch your opponent, and the aim is always to become victorious without hurting anyone.
When you're fighting, it's not like you're fighting on your own. You've always got a good team behind you and you always feel comfortable, you feel good. The training's a lot harder and you're always pushed to your max. You're not left. Say a newcomer comes into the gym, they're always made to feel welcome. It doesn't matter who they are, what race they are, how old they are, how big they are, how slim they are. They're always good for anyone. Anyone can come here and everyone's part of a family, so.
To know that these young people can really go on and do whatever they want, whether it's around boxing or not. It doesn't make a difference as long as they carry the same work ethic around everything that they choose to do in their life.
This video definitely shows that there's more to sport than getting fit. What an inspiring group of people. Finally today, we all know the huge impact the volunteer games makers had on London 2012, and many who participated are going to do it all again for the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow 2014. But you don't have to wait for a major championship to get involved in your community. Sports makers deliver 10 hours of individual voluntary work, impacting positively on their local community and themselves.
It's a great escape, really, to get out and just to be doing something for someone else.
Just knowing that I can help, just knowing that I'm making a difference.
If you have a skill and you're not using that skill, as I always say, if you have a skill and you're not using that skill, why not volunteer?
Volunteering for me, it was a good experience, and it still is, because obviously for my career I want to work with kids. I want to be a PE teacher.
Because the fulfillment that you get, I done it for years. I still do volunteering. It's ridiculous. I mean, but I love it.
It's worth volunteering, I think. It's good use of your time as well, and it's improved my fitness, and it keeps me happy as well. And I like seeing the kids happy as well.
Like personally, it makes myself feel good. I feel good, and I feel like I've given back.
I learned a lot of new skills in many different areas. When working with a big organization, you are usually stuck in certain department or a certain position. But volunteering for a smaller organization or working with a smaller organization, you get to know a lot of different roles, aspects of the work.
Individually, this gives you a lot of valuable experience. So if you do volunteer, you do learn a lot. You learn a lot of skills. You get that experience, and you can use it further in life in anything you do.
I see that I'm achieving a lot of stuff that I always thought that I wasn't going to be achieving.
It's exceptionally rewarding for yourself, it's rewarding for other people as well, that you're actually able to use what you've got to help others. I'm only talking about sport, but you can volunteer in any type of circle, really. You can do anything, because I think everyone's got something to give, and if you're not using your ability, why waste it? You've got it for a reason.
It's not just about what I can get out of it, but being able to help and do something that I really enjoy. It just kind of goes together.
For myself, I think a lot of people believe volunteering is just turning up to somewhere and giving your time. It's more than that. You can gain some skills that you never thought you would gain.
It's given me the opportunity to do stuff that without this chance I wouldn't have been able to do before.
This is one way to get experience, because this is what employers want. Volunteer your services. This is to get a foot onto the ladder of whatever you want to do, get the experience, gain the knowledge, and then you can take it on to the next levels.
If you're not currently volunteering and it's something you're interested in,
you will get a lot from it. The work we're doing with the Volunteer Centre, that is one of our aims, is to create those opportunities that are exciting and developmental for the volunteer as much as it is for the actual group that they're working with.
You'll always be able to find an organisation that you fit into, so it doesn't have to be doing something that you don't enjoy. There's plenty of stuff out there that you will enjoy.
I could talk probably for an hour or two, you know, just like naming the roles what we have. So I think absolutely everyone could find an opportunity. For example, we have a semi-professional football team, which is the only semi-professional football team in Westminster, and they play in semi-professional league. So for every home game, we need to create match day program. So it is for the sport, but for someone who's interested in journalism, who's interested in designing, so that could be really wonderful opportunity, you know, to develop those skills what they need in future journalist career.
I'm happy to actually be able to go home and say, yeah, I'm helping out the community. For me, that's a good feeling. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
Because you can't fix everything overnight. And I think if people just volunteer, just help around, I think it helps the community in some way. If more people do it, it will make the community better in a positive way, no matter what. So,
if I could, I would have Hypnotic loves the Volunteer Centre, because I'm a big fan of what they have done so far and what I know they are still to do for us.
Volunteering has been the flame, the ignition for me to push my purpose in life, I believe.
It's about finding something that you enjoy and then using that as an opportunity to help people out, you know.
A special thanks to the Westminster Voluntary Centre for that video. It's really inspiring to see so many people giving up their free time to make a difference in sport and to help a variety of people. And all of them had so much fun doing it. That's all for this week's UK 360. I'm Caroline Pearce and I hope you've enjoyed today's programme. Email us at uk360@communitychannel.org if you have a film you want us to consider for an upcoming show. You never know, your town and your community could be next up on UK 360. And remember, people, powered, change. Bye for now.